These are the best new snacks you can find at Costco right now. I'm obsessed with Costco, and they're always rolling out new delicious things for all of us to try, and I love to go explore, taste test a bunch of things to see what is worth your money and worth your time, because Costco's nuts. Every time I go there, it takes half a day. But is it worth it? We're about to find out. And special shout out to Home Aglow for partnering with me on this video, because they're gonna be cleaning while I'm shopping, and there's nothing better than coming home to a clean house, especially after a long Costco trip. So let's go shopping. We're back. The house smells good. It looks so good. And I have unfortunately worked up an appetite. And I say unfortunate because most of the finds that I got today were more dessert oriented versus nutritional and delicious. So let's start with something healthy-ish to protect my blood sugar. These are the organic Aussie bites. Matt tried to correct me and says it's Aussie bites, but I don't know if I should trust a Texan born and raised man. Correct me, is it Aussie or Aussie? Can I say either? These have all these delicious ingredients that I would otherwise never eat individually. Oat, apricot, flaxseed, sunflower seed, quinoa, chia seeds, and more. They look gorge. I've picked my fighter. Cheers. I don't like dried fruit, but I actually don't mind it in these. Can any Australians tell me why these are Aussie bites? Is this like a native dish? This is really good. It tastes like a soft granola bar, but fresher and better. I don't know, it does taste like grandma made this or something. This is how they eat down under. Oh, this is really good. There's so much texture and variety. It all works together. It's slightly sweet, but not too much. You can tell it's healthy, but not too healthy that you don't want to just eat the whole thing in one sitting. 270 milligrams of omega-3s, 2 grams of fiber. I actually think I really needed this to start this video. I could stop here and be very happy with my finds. I'm from North Carolina, and there was nary an event with elderly women that didn't have tons of pound cake options. You know my heart skipped a beat or 20 beats when I saw that Costco has an all butter pound cake. This entire loaf was $6.99, and honestly, you couldn't make it for cheaper. Every church event had at least one pound cake, probably 231 pound cakes. Did I already cut this loaf up and freeze it? Yes. We did not throw out pound cake no matter what. I actually think this is gonna be my favorite part of the video. If you've never had pound cake before, it's almost like a coffee cake, but less messy, less sweet, and in my opinion, more delicious. I'm sure all of you know what a pound cake is. I don't know why I'm describing it in detail. Right off the bat, smells amazing, has that little essence of like lemon somewhere. The only thing that's off about this pound cake is it's not in one of those loaf pans. I don't know if it'll taste as good coming out of a rectangle pan versus a loaf pan. It feels wrong. Cheers. Oh, you guys, it makes me kind of sad. So many of my family have passed away, and my grandma was like one of my favorite people in the whole world, and she made such a good pound cake, and it makes me miss my childhood and all the people who raised me. Just the sweetest, most bestest pound caking makingest people. I love them. It's bittersweet because it's so good, but it makes me miss the good old days of when things were just easier, you know? I'm not gonna cry over a pound cake all of a sudden. We're gonna put this away. You know it's a good pound cake when it almost makes you cry. These little guys have been giving me the eye from across the table for a few moments now. These are the cinnamon chip bisconis. Now at first glance, these look, I don't know, like maybe not that great. They kind of look hard and like they're gonna scratch up your gums. Let's try one and see if I'm off. It almost looks underbaked a little bit, almost like a cookie dough. Cheers. Not what I was expecting. The nostalgia, I don't know what's going on, but this tastes exactly like those Little Debbie, what were they called? Pinwheels? Spin wheels? This is legitimately that. The texture is slightly less fluffy. It's a little more doughy. Honestly, I feel like if I put these in the oven, we'll get a Little Debbie spin wheel out of it. I feel like this would be a good party thing.
Having someone help you clean your home is really one of the best things that you can do for yourself. I would much prefer someone come and help me clean my house than even going to get a facial or getting a massage or getting my nails done, because when your home is clean and the foundational aspects of your home are clean, It just changes your mental health, which is why I'm so glad that HomeGlow is helping partner with me, because we have been through a lot over here in 2025 and I needed the extra help to keep my home clean and my mind clean. So if you haven't heard of them before, HomeGlow is a top-rated home service platform where you can go and search for cleaners in your area and schedule a home cleaning relatively quickly. You can see all of their reviews, and there are usually a ton of top-rated cleaners on the platform because you have to maintain a 4.8 rating just to be on the platform. All of their cleaners go through rigorous training standards in order to even be booked. One thing that I've learned is that cleaning is a science. You start from the top to the bottom. You have to know the right products to use on certain materials. There's an actual order of operation so that while you clean, you aren't retracting dirt back into the areas that you just cleaned. So having someone who is a professional is worth every single dollar. Because I work in our house, because Matt mostly works in our house, we have a very disgusting dog who I love, but he's a little nasty. Our house gets beat up. There's crumbs on the countertop. The fridge has smudges all over it. There's dog hair everywhere. It's a lot to keep up with. And now that spring is here, it is time to start getting our spring cleaning on. And what better way to do that than with a professional HomeGlow cleaner? I mean, look at these before and afters of some of the spaces in my house, at how disgusting it was and how much better it looks now. So go ahead, I will link them in the description. Head to their website. You can check out all of their cleaners there. You can book a day and a time that works best for you. They also offer a Forever Clean membership, which can save you $30 an hour or so on future cleanings, which means the first cleaning usually pays for itself, which is amazing. So don't wait, take home cleaning off your plate this spring by using HomeGlow. So head over to homeglow.com/Erin Robinson, or you can scan the code below and you're gonna get your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. Thanks, HomeGlow. Truly, this place looks impeccable.
Let's talk about Nutzo. There's a lot going on here, and I'm curious if that is a good thing or a bad thing. Lots of varietals. I mean, literally, I think every nut that exists. Have you seen a nut that you don't see in this list? They say eat it on your pancakes, your sweet potatoes, or fruit. Aw, whoever made it for their 2 adopted sons who are both extremely picky eaters. Me, I mean, if children eat it, then it's probably good enough for me. This is like one of those really healthy nut butters that you're gonna have to stir up. It looks, the look is not the look. I'm just gonna get in here with a knife because that's how you eat nut butter. If you're new here, by the way, subscribe to this channel. Cheers. Ooh, I love. It kind of has that sweet nut, that sweetish nut. I'm trying to say that better, but I can't seem to come up with the words. This is way better to me than peanut butter. Peanut butter can be pretty strong. You can only really use a little bit because it just goes a long way. This, I think you could douse the whole bagel toast. Oh, I wonder how it tastes with jelly. Have you met jelly before? Let's talk about the Gooey cinnamon roll. 6 count. There are 6 cinnamon rolls in this one giant pan. It was only $13. I probably should have looked at the price while I was buying it and not afterwards. My accountant might agree. I did a video where I tried all of Costco's desserts. You guys loved that video. So there's a part of me that's like, did I already try this? I can't remember. There's a guy having an open house next door. Do you think it's weird if I show up with like 1 bite of this and say, serve the rest of this to your potential clients? Is that gross? Let me know in the comments if that's weird. This looks pretty good. Oh, that's really good. It's good cold, and it's like perfectly panned. You can just slide it in the oven if you have family over. You just want to have like a sweet treat in the morning, like a breakfast item. Warm and ooey and gooey. Oh my. Maybe I don't want to give this to the guy next door. And I already love the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls you can bake from home. I'm just a basic girl that way. If those are a 7 out of 10, this is a 27 out of 10. Wow. You know what I love about it? Is it doesn't have that Cinnabon intensity where you're like sugar loading. I think this is the way a cinnamon roll is supposed to have been originally when it was created. I saw this and it really scratched an itch in my brain. This is organic edamame spaghetti. What? Edamame spaghetti? I had to try it. High protein, organic, high fiber, low fat, made with only 1 ingredient. That like never happens. I boiled her up, 44 grams of protein. That's a lot, right? Clearly on this channel, we don't follow any food pyramids. We follow our heart. The noodles are very impressive looking. Like this is the same consistency of spaghetti. You know how zucchini noodles are kind of like soggy? People try to pretend like they're noodle consistency, but they're not. We all know. Sure, Jan. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. I don't wanna put sauce on it because I feel like it'll change the flavor too much and I won't have a full read on it. My arthritis is killing me. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to describe this. The texture is really good. There is a weird flavor to this that I do not want to ever eat again. I might have to eat it one more time for a thumbnail for this video, and I'm already regretting that. I just wanna suck my edamame out of those shells, you know, dip a little soy sauce and I've got a bag of edamame in the freezer. I would just wanna eat my edamame that way. I do think if I slathered this in sauce with like meat, which I think defeats the purpose, I don't know, it would taste better. It's not quite hitting it for me. Maybe a cream sauce would do it some justice. This piqued my curiosity. These are pre-made pancakes from France. That's really all there is to it, but that's interesting enough for me to want to try it. They're mini pancakes, excuse me, designed to eat them on the go, enjoy alone or with your favorite ice cream. How do they know I have 78 Ben & Jerry's in the fridge? Oh my gosh, they are so cute! If you were like traveling with your kid on an international trip, like this would be perfect. Or if I'm just traveling on an international trip. Oh my gosh, they're soft and moist. And they're breaking because they're so moist. I haven't said moist in a while and it feels weird, but it also feels good. I fight it because people don't like the word. I feel like I need to say it more often. Y'all, that is good. Just a little sweet, a little vanilla essence. It tastes fresh, y'all. You know, like the freezer section, you go get pre-made things and you pop it in the microwave. They all kind of have that essence of, we had to eat this out of survival today because we're busy. This does not taste like that. This tastes amazing. Oh my gosh, buttery. Oh my gosh, can I freeze these? I was gonna rank these at the end, but pretty much it's gonna be impossible. I'm not sharing those, that's for sure. It is time for a ravioli off. I love the way that rolls off the tongue, a ravioli off. Costco has a lot of pre-made pastas and there were 2 raviolis and I was like, I wonder how they compare. One was made in Italy and one was made with Italy inspiration. They both looked good in their own right. They looked a little different and had a few maybe different cheeses, but for the most part, they're spinach and cheese and ricotta. What more could you want? So I'm gonna taste test them to see how they compare with each other and if I'd recommend one over the other. I'm gonna try the one that looks like it was made here in the United States. I cannot confirm or deny that. There's a lot of spinach on the inside of this guy. Again, I'm going sauceless because sauce will lead me down a different palate pathway. Ooh, lots of really good flavor. Again, a lot of spinach is in there and a lot of noodle too. It's like a really nice hearty ravioli if I do say so myself. I like you. Moving into the Italian made one. This one is a thick girl. Her insides are a lot cheesier, which honestly, who needs spinach anyway? This one's really hard. More elevated, it tastes more restaurant style. I think the cheese is selling me. I don't even think you need to have sauce with this. That's how cheesy and creamy it is. Both of these are good options. I guess if I had to choose, it would be the Italian one because have you ever had anything that was from Italy that wasn't delicious? This is a good contender though. If you see either of these at the store, you can't go wrong. Or if you have a sauce at home, I would probably maybe put this more with the sauce because this doesn't really need much sauce. Bone broth is not something that is tantalizing to me, but it is new and I was curious because most of you know if you've been a subscriber here for a while, and if you have not been a subscriber, you should, that I'm sick constantly, but it might behoove me to have some of this on hand. It's bone broth with ginger and turmeric. It comes in this pretty large jar. It doesn't look large on camera, but when I go to pour it into a glass, there's a lot in here, and it is good bone broth. It is gooey and goopy before you heat it up. That's how you know it's full of collagen and all the good stuff. And then it cooks down into like a sippable consistency. They make this with chicken bones and carrots that are simmered for 18 hours. It's paleo, keto, non-GMO, gluten-free, organic. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, wow. That literally slapped me in the face. Okay, now that I know what I'm doing, let's try this one more time. Okay. Wow, that really just punched me in the taste buds. I don't know that I'd drink this for fun. Honestly, if I was sick, I don't think I would mind very much. I mean, you're taking Robitussin, you know what I mean? It can't get worse than that. There's a guy watching me next door at an open house. He's checking out to see what the neighbors are like. We're really good. We have lots of great snacks. I have 3 giant desserts that have been staring me in the face and taking up all the real estate in my fridge. Let's start with the tiramisu cheesecake. I don't think I tasted this in my dessert video. It did not ring a bell. I know it is seasonal, and I feel like this is new for me. If it's not new, then I'll cut it out of the video. This thing is huge, and I did pay 24 bucks for it, so I hope it's good, because it wasn't that $12.99 price tag of that cinnamon roll that I was in love with, so the expectations are high. This looks luxe. Let me get the tiniest sliver, because my blood sugar is already so high. I'm just gonna eat it off this knife, because why waste it if it's good, you know? Even though I have 87 pounds of it left. These people looking to buy the house next to me are watching. They're like, is this what we can expect every day from these people? This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. It's really light. Like the flavor and the intensity is not super strong, which makes it almost taste homemade. It makes it taste fresh. It doesn't taste like a boxed. Even cheesecake sometimes can have a very potent flavor. This tastes balanced and soft and delicious. Oh. This might be the most delicious thing I've had in this entire video. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of good stuff here. I'm gonna talk about the flan, the caramel flan. Also huge, not too expensive, 15 bucks. Flan is sometimes hard for me because of the texture. It's a little wet for me, but the flavor is always good, so I always battle through the texture. Costco has proven me wrong before. Let's see if they've done it again. It's light, really fresh, like light. There's a light caramel essence to it. I don't know. I feel like the texture's difficult for me, and so the flavor has to be like a 10 out of 10 in order for me to want to buy this again. And it's just not. Maybe it's like a 7 out of 10. I think I've had better flan, honestly. I just want more caramel. There should be like a drizzle of caramel on top, okay? I am dirtying up this place so much. I've got to call my cleaner to come back tomorrow. Here we go. The finale. White chocolate raspberry round cake. You know this one's fancy because of the shavings on top and the fact that there's a layer of plastic around the edges. Ooh, top layer is a little hard. It's almost like a hardened white chocolate. It's giving spring. Cheers. From a strawberry girl, that's a nice raspberry offering. Oh, if you love raspberry, that's gonna change your life. The icing almost feels like a whipped cream icing versus like a buttercream. Matt is gonna love that. What am I gonna do with all these desserts? Oh man, do I need to do a top 10? I wasn't gonna rank this video because literally all of the things that I tried are pretty delicious. But I am gonna give you my top 5 favorites from this group. An honorable mention, didn't quite make the top 5, but I do think it's something you need immediately. It's this Nutso organic butter. Very palatable. I think your kids will like it. I think you will like it. Add to cart. In 5th place, I have the organic Aussie Bites. It's almost like a fresh homemade granola bar. Amazing. Next is the white chocolate raspberry cake. If you love raspberry, this probably would have been higher on your list. I'm more of a strawberry gal. Still delicious. Tastes like it cost you a lot of money, and it only costs, well, it is a lot of money, but worth it. Next are the cinnamon rolls that kind of come as a cake. So I'm calling it the cinnamon roll cake. Not overly sweet, fresh, homemade tasting. Next, the top 2 picks I want served at my funeral one day. My top 2 picks are everything and more. In 2nd place, coming from a Southern girl, is the pound cake. Just perfect. You can eat it any time of day and you can freeze it and eat it later. I'm just in love with her. And the number 1 best thing that you can get at Costco right now is the tiramisu cheesecake. It is seasonal. It's not everywhere. If you see it, grab it. It's worth it. I would serve this at every birthday party. Even if you're not a huge cheesecake fan, it's still really good. Well, now I have to go schedule my next HomeGlow cleaning because I just dirtied up my house after it was sparkling spick and span. So thank you to HomeGlow for bringing the cleanliness to my life. Finding someone who can help you maintain a clean home at an affordable price is such a gift. It is amazing to have that available to us, and so I will be using them again. If you would like to check them out, I will link them in the description below. Cannot say enough good things about them. Also, if you're new, subscribe to this channel, and if you like videos on this channel, thumbs up this video so that it tells the algorithm that people might want to watch this video too. Thank you guys for being a part of this food fam. I love you so much. Now go to Costco fast before all this is gone.